This is the Halftime Show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
Sure is that time, and we're having a good time here on the Halftime Show. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in around the world, whether it's 95 FM, pulse95radio.com, our app, Sharjah Broadcasting Authority, or if you're chilling at home watching us live on YouTube and Instagram. And by the way, the biggest shout out to my mum, who always has this conversation with me right before the show. So, Mama, we love you, and hopefully you'll enjoy this episode. Because on this episode, actually, coming up is Najia alfadl. So I have to introduce her. Najia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
It's great to have you on the show. We've only been chatting for a few minutes, but it's obviously just found out that we're related.
Yeah, so apparently we're cousins.
Apparently. And my mum just broke the news. This is a world exclusive. Yes. It's the first time ever. We didn't actually know this. But you're here because of some fantastic things you've been doing in the fitness industry, as an athlete, as a coach. It's been very, very impressive. I got to ask you, when did you get into the fitness industry?
So at that time I was 18 years old. This was like 2014. Just graduated from high school.
Okay.
And it happened by chance, I would say. Not even by chance, but so, and we talked about this very briefly before coming on, but I'm very honest about this.
Yeah.
Nothing to hide, but I'm clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So at that time, I was going through something and I needed a healthy coping mechanism. And nothing, I couldn't find anything. Nothing was doing anything for me. And I just felt worse and worse with time until my cousin told me, why don't you start doing boxing classes, get into sports? And that's how it happened. It was by coincidence. Okay. I did not enjoy it in the beginning.
Right. At least you're honest about it. Okay, so it wasn't...
I am very honest about it.
Yeah.
Did not like it at all because the one thing that I felt was that I was not capable.
Okay. And so your cousin, what's your cousin's name?
Dania Hamrani.
Dania Hamrani. So shout out to Dania if you're watching the episode, listening live. Yes. So she said to you, come and try a boxing class out.
Yeah, with her sister.
Okay.
And by the way, they're also my cousins.
Oh, so we're all related.
We're all related. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So then that's how it started. And then in the beginning, it wasn't plain sailing. What were you going through in the beginning in terms of finding yourself within that discipline?
I think generally everyone wants a quick fix. But it doesn't happen like that.
Right.
You need to put a lot of effort. You need to be very patient. And any situation that's difficult teaches you different ways of handling yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you tackle, certain emotions or certain obstacles. And for me, it was that. For me, I was done, feeling like I couldn't do something. And I set my mind into, you know what, I'm going to become good.
Right.
I'm going to be great at this. So it took some time, but then the passion of coaching came with time. Okay. So I think it was like 4 months in where, look, once you go through certain difficulties, you become passionate about it. So there's a lot more to give and relate to than someone who's just coming in and being like, I could do this, I can teach you. But no, I know the struggles of where you are and where you want to get to. Let me guide you through that. There's a difference between the two.
Absolutely. So when you want to get fit or when you want to train, I know you go to the gym. I've seen your Instagram, by the way.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you do your thing at the gym. But when you want to get mentally fit, where'd you go?
For the longest time, I was getting mentally fit at the gym as well.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of sitting alone and being okay with my inner voice.
Okay.
Learning how to have a conversation with myself. So whether it's, going out on a hike and being with nature, no distractions.
Right.
Or, starting to journal, paint.
Okay.
Sometimes I do like to paint.
That's
that calms me down. It's very therapeutic.
Love that.
So it honestly depends on the situation and where I am in life. Okay.
That's okay. Interesting. Where was the crossroad? Because you said when you first started doing boxing, you weren't really it wasn't really clicking. Where was the crossroad when you said, you know what? No, I wanna give as well as take from this industry, and I wanna coach as well as be an athlete.
So since 2014, there's been a lot of phases,
Right.
which is absolutely fine. I mean, that's life.
Yeah.
The most constant thing in life is change.
Yeah.
So who you are now is going to be different, like you said, tomorrow, in
Yeah.
2 years. So my goals have changed.
Right.
But the vision stays the same. How I get there, the steps, evolve. So I started with coaching. And then I think it was like 2 years into coaching, I decided I wanted to compete in CrossFit.
Yeah.
Again, my cousin pushed me into it. It's very important, side note, to have a mentor that sees something in you that you don't necessarily see in yourself just yet. And they are the ones who guide you into discovering your potential and using those strengths for your future. And that's what she did. I got into competing for a year. And I figured maybe it might not be for me, but I found a new passion in helping athletes get to where they want it to be. So that broadened my perspective in the sense of coaching, but also understanding that the fitness industry doesn't only mean coaching. There's other aspects of the fitness industry that I started thinking about, which is, programming, which is creating platforms, competition, educational spaces, because that's how the community and culture changes. So with time, I knew what I wanted to do early on, but to the extent of what I want to do, that came with time. So I would say with every interaction I've had or with every obstacle I've had, that changed.
Well, we got a lot of people here commenting on there. We got Ian, shout out to Ian, who's saying, "Oh, we got a fighter here." And I said, "You know what, Ian, I'll tell you what."
Well, actually, my name, Ian, actually is the word survivor in Arabic.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ian, there you go. You learned that now. Shout out to Maria, Sally, Ladan, Sambrin, Fatima, Siddharth, Tunde, Shellington, man like Omar, cleanest heart you'll find. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Subi, my mother-in-law, all the way from the US, is tuned in. Remy is here as well. Amda is here as well. Oh my God. Yeah. We got all. Lara Kicks is here as well. You know what? Let's take a quick break. We're going to keep the energy up here and the vibes in the studio, but don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
Is that time, and by the minute we are finding out revolutions here on the show. Now we don't only know that we're related, we also know what the names are of the aunties, of the of the families, of the mums, where they're from. I mean, this is selfishly a great catch up for me, even though I'm supposed to be hosting this fantastic athlete, coach, and human being, Najia. I'm also getting to know, and my mum, by the way, shout out to my mum again for giving me all the information on WhatsApp, even though we are live on Instagram. Someone who's back on Instagram live, who I have to give a great shout out to, is Masoud, who has been tuned in to our show from day one, every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 3 to 4 UAE time from India. And we surprised him once, and he deserved it, and he's come on here again. He said, "How are you doing? It's great to see you." Well, it's great to see you too, Masoud. Thank you very much, and I hope you will enjoy this fantastic show. He's always got great questions as well. Right, Najia, let's dive into this. Seeing that you're in the industry, the fitness industry, everyone has their own interpretation of this. What is fitness to you?
Fitness, that is a very interesting question. Fitness for me isn't just physical strength or physical capability. It's mental, it's emotional. In order for me to be, fit, it's to be able to do anything at whatever stage in life I am at. And that looks different depending on where I am at in life. The way, me being fit today is not the same fit Naj 5 years ago, which is completely fine. But also that for me, fitness is longevity.
Love that. So what's well-being?
Well-being is that everything is in sync.
Okay.
Once you've reached, not perfection, but once you've reached a healthy level in all aspects of your well-being, then that is well-being for me.
Okay. You mentioned earlier disconnecting being central, finding things. But how do you reset?
Reset from what? You have to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you live a lifestyle which is fast, pacey, busy. How do you take a step back and disconnect?
Sometimes I honestly just want to stay at home, not interact, not see anyone. You're very right. My lifestyle is very, very busy. I work 6 days a week. I interact with a lot of people, a lot of personalities. And sometimes me resetting is stepping away from all of that and being by myself. Sometimes I might feel overwhelmed and I reset by crying, maybe.
Okay.
You know? So it's like what we said. It depends on what my inner voice is asking me to do. If I need to go out to the beach or do some activity to get my excitement a little bit up and knowing that there is a life outside of my routine, whether that's traveling or, a sport, a different sport from, CrossFit or calisthenics, then it'd be that. If it's just to honestly sleep, I'll sleep. So it's truly listening to what your mind and your body wants from you.
It takes a while to get to that level, though, for the average listener who's listening now and thinking, wow, I struggle with that. Is it normal to struggle?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm saying this and I still struggle.
Right.
I find myself in a loop.
Okay.
Specific dates of the year where I'm not able to do that.
And then what do you do? So that was the reset question. There you go. We got there in the end.
Yeah. I honestly have a really uncomfortable sit down with myself and I just let everything out. I start, maybe might talk to myself to start, because sometimes you need to voice things out for you to actually realize oh, that's the solution.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that's actually what I really need to do.
Yeah.
Or it's not as important as I'm making it seem. So that's what I do. I lock myself in my apartment and I figure it out.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to keep bottling these things in and then get to a point where you burn out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Burnout is something that a lot of people on this side of the world almost don't have in their vocabulary, but go through it. How long has it taken you to realize what burnout is?
Very quickly.
Really?
Starting at 18, obviously you want to prove yourself. And then also, starting my career in Saudi, you want to prove yourself, not only yourself, but proving that the career path that you chose is a career path. It's not just a hobby. So I was just pushing myself, working in university, then competing. I took a lot on my plate. Now thinking about it, I'm like, whoa, how was I able to do all of that?
Yeah.
But I learned that it's okay to put a little bit more effort in certain things than others at times, not all the time. But the pace that you go in life cannot be always the same.
Correct.
Sometimes you'll go fast, sometimes you'll need to slow down, enjoy, the journey a little bit more than other times. And you just have to have that understanding of going back to longevity. You want to be able to do things for a longer period, not just for the 6 weeks that you're going to be doing it or the 6 months that you're in.
Yeah. You mentioned Saudi earlier, and of course we're not going to go, without saying anything about Saudi. But I also wonder, trying to put the listener in your shoes, what was it like at that time, okay, being a female, trying to pursue your goals, your ambitions, your hobbies in Saudi? What was that like for you?
It wasn't easy, but look, generally, everyone goes through, tough times.
Yeah.
And my tough times may be shorter than, others who are older who have gone through, more, generations of it. So for what I'm talking about my own experience, for me, it was tough because I was young. And what I've seen around me, people my age who probably were, enthusiastic about, the fitness industry, who didn't know how to start, didn't know where to go. And for me, I think you would say I'm a little bit rebellious, maybe. But I was very adamant.
You're a little bit what?
Rebellious. I was very adamant. I was like, I'm gonna make this happen.
Right.
You know,
right.
I'm gonna do this. This is my career. It's not my major, speech and language pathology. It's sports. So I got involved. You know, I started, you know, having a lot of mentors. You know, trying to get as much experience as I can. But then you have, you know, the outside noise of people telling you like you're wasting your time. This is not fair. You know, you're. It's very manly, the sports and all of that. But lots of stuff changed. Not that long after I got into sports. I mean, Whole Vision 2030 in 2016 happened, and it was slow because I get it takes time to educate and to build that awareness, but norms change when there's the demand. There's been the demand, but it's just creating that spotlight or creating spaces and platforms for people to now do it in front of others rather than in the shadows, you would say. So once I started seeing a little bit more, you know, enthusiasm as well as a movement, like I said, I'm going to make this happen. Let's do it.
Yeah, I like it. Shayma is asking, tuned in from Morocco, what makes you keep going in hard times?
I'm going to go deep again. I've had many pivotal points in my life. First one was finding my purpose.
Okay.
When I graduated high school, because I took a semester off. And that's when I found sports. I found my purpose. Knowing your why is how you continue. And in 2018, you know, sometimes you get sidetracked and you get comfortable. So in 2018, this was another pivotal point in my life when I lost my grandmother and my aunt within a month span. And this is when I was competing. Uni student, working, dealing with this trauma through qualifiers, making it through and going. So during that point, that is the other lesson that I've learned is live a legacy. Whether it's living out their legacy or living out my legacy, that is your why.
And Ian is saying that why is so crucial. Also, another world exclusive, and you correct me if I'm wrong, my mom just dropped in another message and said, you were named after your grandma, is that right?
I was.
There you go. So we get a lot of...
So I have a constant reminder of do not give up.
Yes.
And keep your legacy alive, because she's the one, honestly, like I said, with depression and anxiety, and I'm getting emotional about this, but she told me constantly, whatever it is that you want to do it. You can do it. And I couldn't understand what she meant. What do you mean, do it? But that voice, I absorbed it when she passed away. And I was like, I don't need to do it because I'm capable. I'm going to do it because of her. But then I started believing, you know what? I can do this more than I thought that I could.
Messages. And that is your why. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with the amazing Najia alfadl on Pulse 95.
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
This is the segment that we do, which is called the Fire Round.
Yeah!
Oh man, I know you're excited, but it's going to happen right now. And you know what?
Yeah!
It's going to be right now with Najia alfadl.
Another one.
It is going to be another one. So I can't wait to enjoy that with you guys. Let's kick it off. All right, Najia, here we go. Are you ready for the fire round?
Get it. Let's go.
Get it. Let's go. Okay, we're going to start off with Ian's question. Do you prefer a body shot or a head shot as a fighter?
Body shot.
Body shot. Okay. Favorite cheat meal?
Oh, burger and fries.
Burger. What kind of burger?
Here?
Yeah.
Maybe pickle.
Okay. We just shouted them out. If you could sit on the table with 3 people for a chat, dead or alive, who would it be?
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
Sure is that time. We are back and we had to take a quick break for the Adhan. Asr prayer was on, but Najia's with me here and she's not getting away from the fire round. Yes, that's back. Right. We are back. Okay, we were diving straight into it. So if you could sit on a table with 3 people, who would it be?
So I said... first one is the Ukrainian weightlifter, Olympic weightlifter, Toro.
Okay.
Second one, you said dead or alive,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It would be my aunt.
Okay.
she has great wisdom. She was very spiritual.
Okay. I like that.
And third person, that's tough. That's very tough. Third person. Let's save the seat.
Okay.
Let's save the seat.
First time ever.
Yeah, really?
I know.
I'm not gonna fill the seat for someone I really don't want to have a conversation with.
See, when you answer stuff like that, we'll move on very nicely. Okay, why did the chicken cross the road?
I'm really bad at these. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Could be any reason, really.
Chicken cross the road. There's like a hit. Why did the chicken cross the road? To
I'm using that for social right there.
That could be a meme.
Yeah, exactly.
It crossed the road. خلاص to get to the eggs.
To get eggs خلاص okay مشكلة عادي. مشي. The chicken already crossed من زمان أصلا. Okay. Song you get pumped to when training.
Not song. Can I say band?
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Okay. All right. I like that. Ice baths.
Yeah, okay.
Veganism.
If it's your thing, it's your thing.
Favorite book.
Favorite book.
Yeah.
I can't say the title.
Oh, you can't. Okay, then we won't do that. I want my job. What makes you a master in your field? Advice.
What makes me a master in my field is being able to relate with the people that I interact with.
I like that. Favorite coach?
Favorite coach from my coaches?
Yeah.
Oh. So many.
Oh my God.
Halil Hamrani, Andre,
Udet.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. He taught me one of the most important lessons in life.
Okay.
You either win or you learn.
Very good.
You never fail.
I like that.
Carmen Bosman. I can go on and on and on.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, these are people that have really they were facilitators in my growth.
Okay.
They helped me
yes
mold myself into the person that I wanted to be.
I like that. Hardest sport to play
that I don't practice.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be an Olympic gymnast, but my future is not that.
Okay. Although you get really into it. I just saw a video of you with that guy.
This is why I do calisthenics, okay? It's under the same umbrella, but it's not me rolling and on the parrot. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Double bars, no.
Yeah. Favorite podcast apart from mine?
I don't really listen to radio, so.
Oh. Huh? I said podcast, not radio.
Not even anything. Okay. I'm a visual person.
So when it comes down to, let's say, going for a run, do you listen to music or you don't listen to anything?
I don't run much.
Okay.
One.
At least she's honest. Neither do I. That makes two of us.
I run because obviously it's part of, being well-rounded.
Yeah.
But it's not something I enjoy. For me, I would listen to music.
Okay. Favorite movie? Yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Anything that has Jason Statham in it.
Really? Are you a Jason Statham fan?
I honestly respect and Tom Cruise. I respect the fact that they do their own stunts.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're gonna
it's a bit mad, to be honest, but yeah.
If you're gonna talk or say or promote anything or teach something, you should be able to do it yourself.
Yeah, she's very passionate. She's banging the table and everything.
Yeah, I'm very passionate.
Favorite sports brand?
Sports brand?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get me in trouble now?
No, I said favorite. I didn't say Nike or Adidas. That's different. It's on here.
Sports brand?
Yeah.
Come on, I can't do these to these people.
You can't.
I have good relationships with a lot of people in the sports industry. It should be like that. It's not a competition.
When you moonwalk out of the question, she just moonwalked.
No, but it's true. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
We said this. In order for an industry to grow, you cannot have this competitive mentality. So I know I went deep, but honestly, for me, the key thing in sports or in the fitness industry is sportsmanship. So I love all of them.
You have survived the fire round. We're going to take a quick break and we get back straight after this.
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
Sure is that time. And she's nodding her head here in the studio because she's enjoying it as much as you guys are. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you do want to catch the show, don't worry. Head over to our podcast, Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud. Or if you want to provisionally see my cousin, which I can say that now because it's officially been confirmed over the break. Thank you, Mama. Then you can see it on YouTube, Pulse 95 Radio. We're on there and we'll have her show on there for you to catch up on if you didn't catch it live on the hour. Najia, it's been great, man. It's been great having you here.
It's been wonderful.
It's been refreshing to hear your story, which was great. Where can we follow you, by the way?
So you can follow me on Instagram at...
The way she said that.
When you watch this, you'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Gia alfadl, Gia with a J.
Gia with a J.
Gia with a J.
Okay.
IAALFADL.
Turning into a rap song. No, it's been great. I've really enjoyed having you here. I think the episode was great, very refreshing. I feel like we might have to bring you back on again because there's plenty more.
You might want to be careful. I might be taking your spot.
See, many have said that, and I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, don't worry.
But it's a close one.
You're doing good, cuz.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do have a question for you, actually.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Off the cuff. Let's do this. Go on.
So you asked me, how do I reset?
Yeah.
How do you reset?
I reset by going through the 5 dominoes that I wrote about, which means no matter how many times you read or write the book, you always have to go back and practice it. And even if you're good at 4 out of 5, there's always one that you need work on. And I know that on my journey right now, it's a big journey.
That will never end.
Absolutely. I'm looking to try and be the best version of myself through that model. So that's how I reset. But to answer that, nutrition, training, environment is key for me. Energy.
Yes.
Recovery. So the ice baths, the breath work, the Wim Hofs, the sports massage.
You do Wim Hofs as well. I've done a workshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see, I told you now. That was a segue to bring her back on. We have reached full time. That was the final whistle. But again, thank you so much. You have been incredible, cuz.
It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Finally meeting a new cousin.
Yes. In the UAE as well. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Guys, take care. Aisha Masbi's up next, so don't go anywhere. And I'll see you guys same time, same place on the only place to be at 3, the halftime show on Pulse 95 Radio. Salam.